and smile at them. Let them know that they're important. Smile at them. It's good. Your mama paid for all that money to have your teeth fixed. Made you go to the dentist and everything you need to do that. On behalf of the Dalton Whitfield Community Band, I welcome you to the 10th annual spring concert. My name is Smitty Barnett, conductor of the Dalton Whitfield Community Band. I'm a retired band director from the Whitfield County School District, most recently in 2014 from Northwest Whitfield High School. I currently serve as the executive director of the Whitfield Education Foundation, as well as involved in the Junior Achievement of Northwest Georgia and the Rotary Club of Dalton. At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce our announcer for tonight's Dalton Whitfield Community Band concert. We are fortunate to have with us as our announcer for tonight's concert, Dr. Mike Uden. Dr. Uden serves as the superintendent of schools for Whitfield County. Dr. Uden has lived and worked in Whitfield County outside of 4 years of military duty his entire life. Mike worked in law enforcement for 8 years and in the private sector for 2. Since 2004, he has worked at the central office level of Whitfield County Schools in several different capacities. He, his wife Tina, and his family have been embedded into the landscape of the Whitfield County community for most of their lives. Mike graduated from Northwest High School in 1989, and most recently earned his doctorate from the University of Arkansas. And I want you to know, I promised I would say this under protest, woo pig suey. Okay? I kept my promise. That was the deal. Please join me in welcoming tonight's announcer, Dr. Mike Uden.
Thank you, Smitty. Shut up here. Again, welcome to the 10th annual, there it is, 10th annual spring concert of the Dalton Whitfield Community Band. On behalf of the Dalton Whitfield Community Band, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. J.R. Jones, the principal at Ringgold High School, and Mr. Tracy Wright, who I know is here, from the Ringgold High School Band, for allowing us to use this beautiful facility. So before we begin the concert tonight, and as a courtesy to the band, please silence your cell phones or turn those off. And if you have any young ones who might be a little bit upset during the show, please go to the back lobby area to attend to their needs. Our first selection to open the concert tonight is a march, which is considered a band standard within the band world. Carl King copyrighted this march in 1946, and it has become a favorite worldwide. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our conductor, Smitty Barnett. The Dalton Whitfield Community Band performs the Trombone King by Carl King. Camino Real, or the Royal Road, was commissioned by and is dedicated to the 581st Air Force Band and its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ray E. Toller. Composed during the latter half of 1984 and completed in early 1985, it bears the subtitle, A Latin Fantasy. The music is based on a series of chord progressions common to countless generations of Spanish flamenco guitarists. Infusing local folk melodies has produced a piece that most people would consider authentic Spanish music. The first public performance of El Camino Real took place on April 15, 1985 in Sarasota, Florida, with the 581st Air Force Band under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Ray E. Toller. Ladies and gentlemen, El Camino Real. George and Ira Gershwin were American composers whose compositions spanned popular jazz and classical genres between 1910 and 1937. Tonight, the band will be performing one of the Gershwin's iconic jazz selections, They Can't Take That Away From Me. We're thrilled to have with us tonight our first guest performer, Charles E. Etheridge. Charles E. was raised in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and our Americana style of music runs deep. After moving to Nashville in 2003, Charles E. was immersed in the Nashville songwriting culture, collaborating with the late Harley Allen, Steve Wariner, and with legendary guitarist Jack Pearson. In 2013, Etheridge released her first studio album, Memories of Mine, which received stellar reviews from publications like No Depression and The Bluegrass Situation and more. Charles E. is set to release an album of original music this September entitled Scars of Mine, produced by sought-after guitarist and musician Pat Bergeson. You can visit Charles E.'s website at charleseetheridge.com for more details. Now we present They Can't Take That Away From Me by George and Ira Gershwin. Our next selection was penned by esteemed band composer Mark Camphouse in 2004 after a family vacation in beautiful Yosemite region of the American West. He was captivated by its grandeur and its beauty. George Muir, the great American naturalist and conservationist, said it best: "No temple made with hands can compare with Yosemite. Every rock in its walls seems to glow with life." Camphouse further explains that this piece was written in honor of his mother-in-law, Daphne Lodine Wilson, whose spirit will always seem to glow with life. We now present Yosemite Autumn by Mark Camphouse. Rhapsody in Blue is a 1924 music composition written by George Gershwin for solo piano, clarinet, and jazz band, which combines elements of classical and jazz-infused music effects. Commissioned by band leader Paul Whiteman, the work premiered in a concert titled An Experiment in Modern Music on February 12, 1924 in Allianz Hall in New York City. Tonight we're excited to feature two of our very own band members, Mrs. Tara Greer on piano and Ms. Holly Kinsey on clarinet. Tara Greer has been playing the piano since she was 6 years old. She graduated with a piano performance degree from Tennessee Temple University in 2002. Since then, she has worked as a piano accompanist at Chattanooga State, accompanied the Chattanooga Opera Chorus, and played with the Dalton Chamber Choir. She currently lives in Dalton, where she works as a special education teacher at Cahutta Elementary and plays the piano at Edgewood Baptist Church. She and her husband, Rick, have been married for 12 years and have a blended family that includes 6 children and 2 grandchildren. She gives all the glory to God for the talent He has chosen to give her and hopes to be a blessing to those around her through her piano playing. Clarinetist Holly Kinsey is in her 6th year as a music educator in the Gilbert County School District. She is a 2012 graduate of Northwest Whitfield High School. Ms. Kinsey began conducting at the age of 15 when she was first selected as a drum major for the high school band for her sophomore year. Before graduating, Ms. Kinsey was selected 6 times to the GMEA District 7 Honor Band, 5 times to the GMEA All-State Band, and was a 2012 member of the United States Army All-American Marching Band, an honor given to only 125 high school seniors nationwide. Mrs. Kinsey also performed frequently in the Chattanooga Clarinet Choir in Chattanooga. In her senior year, Ms. Kinsey was named a National Merit Scholar, which granted her a full ride scholarship to the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. So, sit back and enjoy the musical stylings of the Gershwin classic, Rhapsody in Blue.
Thank you.
which means let no one sleep in Italian, is an aria from the final act of Giacomo Puccini's opera Turandot, and one of the best-known tenor arias in all of opera. In his opera, the aria is sung by Koloff, the unknown prince, who falls in love at first sight with the beautiful but cold princess Turandot. Any man who wishes to wed Turandot must first answer her 3 riddles. If he fails, he will be beheaded. In the aria, Koloff expresses his triumphant assurance that he will win the princess. Performing the aria tonight is Dr. Ron Brindle, professor of voice at Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee, where he teaches all levels of applied voice, oversees music for monthly liturgical chapel services, and is co-music director for musical theater production. His performances have been heralded as effortlessly professional, strongly lyrical, and memorable in opera, oratorio, and recital. He holds a Bachelor of Music Education from Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri, and the Master of Music and Doctor of Musical Arts degrees in voice from Temple University in Philadelphia. You can learn more about Dr. Brindle at ronbrindle.com. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Ron Brindle as he performs Giacomo Puccini's famous tenor aria from the opera Turandot, Nessun Dorma. King, retired commander and conductor of the 530th Air Force Band, Georgia National Guard.
I bring you greetings from the Exchange Club of Rome, who owns the beautiful replica of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and also from the Society of the Honor Guard, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which supports us as we travel throughout the country, taking this tomb around. This next piece you're going to hear, I heard it for the first time on its premiere a few years ago at McConnell College. It was written by a student, a junior, and I think after you hear this, and if you've ever been to Arlington, close your eyes while this piece is being played for just a little bit, and be sure to watch the rest of the video. But it captures the absolute spirit of that place, from early morning all the way through to the time it closes. The most hallowed ground in America, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, sunrise at Arlington.
back on task now. The Dalton Whitfield Community Band offers all of its concerts to our community at no charge. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. If you would like to partner with our organization, please consider donating at your discretion to assist us with our mission, which is to add the music vibrancy of the Dalton area. You can donate by check or by Venmo. It's on your program there if you're interested in doing that. Also, if you're interested in becoming a member of the community band, we would love the opportunity to speak with you about it. The blessings that we enjoy daily are too many to count. Our families, our work, our homes are all things that we can point to that resonate with us individually. But corporately speaking, as Americans, we enjoy a land where we can express ourselves through the freedoms provided by men and women who we may or may not know. We enjoy a land where we can choose to express our faith and our beliefs. The song America the Beautiful was based on a poem written by the professor, poet, and writer Catherine Lee Bates during an 1893 trip to Colorado Springs. When she got to the top of Pikes Peak, the view was so beautiful that inspired her to write all the wonder of America seemed displayed there, with a sea-like expanse. The poem that Bates wrote first appeared in print in the Congregationalist, a weekly journal on July 4th, 1895. Within a few months of the set to music by Silas G. Pratt, Bates revised the song in 1904 after receiving many requests to use the song in publications and special services. An additional change was made to the wording of the third verse of 1913 to give us the version we know today. The song is considered by some to be the country's unofficial national anthem. During the performance of this song tonight, I'm going to turn and prompt you to stand and sing the words that are printed in your program along with the band. I want you to participate with us. This is I'm going Southern Baptist head shake. I need you to do that. Because I want us to all do this corporately and perform together. So we now present Carmen Dragon's arrangement of America the Beautiful. So when I turn around, you're ready to sing. Say okay. Now let me say what I think. I want you to sing strong. I want it to come from your toenails all the way up.
we conclude tonight's concert, the organizational committee made up of Dr. Ellie Jenkins, Professor of Music at Dalton State College, and Mr. Smitty Barnett, would like to thank you for your attendance tonight. They'd also like to let you know that the Dalton Whitfield Community Band will be performing on Memorial Day, that's May 29th, in front of the Whitfield County Courthouse. They'd be honored if you could attend. This event is in conjunction with the American Legion Post 112 in Dalton. And before the band plays its final selection, I'd like to ask Susan Wilson to come to the stage, please.
Oh, I was going to do it after this. Is that okay?
That's fine. Everybody stand by after the last number for Susan Wilson. Our final selection was written by March King himself, John Philip Sousa, in 1896. Sousa's music at the time was the proverbial top 40 of the day and had an extremely large following. We'll be featuring Ann Sullivan on piccolo and Jonathan Jarman on tuba in this selection. We'll be performing our national march, The Stars and Stripes Forever. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
and I want to tell y'all a little bit about my experience with the band. The first time I showed up for practice, I was a little bit late, and the way the doors were that I came in, I walked in facing everybody. So it was like this flute fumbling around trying to get to her seat and everything. But I'm so thankful for the Lutheran chorales, because we played It Is Well With My Soul. That settled me right down. So I wanted to thank you for those. It's been said the happiest students on a high school or college campus are the athletes and the musicians. Both of these groups voluntarily surrender themselves to much practice and discipline to play in a band, sing in a chorus, or play in a soccer game. In return, these students are given the glorious and magnificent opportunity to be a part of something bigger than themselves, be it a game, concert, or performance. Tonight, we band members want to honor and thank you, Smitty, for being willing to be our conductor, thus allowing us the chance to be a part of something bigger. There are many, many things you do. I can't name them all. Some are choosing our music, arranging guest artists, printing programs, delegating what you can. The biggest contribution Smitty gives to me personally is a belief that being involved in this band is a beautiful thing. He is a man with a mission, which is to encourage all of us and y'all to love music more, then spread the gift from God of music to this Northwest Georgia area. And he does have a mission. He is determined to do that. Behind me are several people that I know by name. Most I don't know by name. But we got together, and so if you'll come over, this is for you. And Smitty and Tammy are going to England this summer for a wedding, right? So open that up and see what's in there.
I'm still learning how to speak English, though. Okay, England's #1 tea. I can practice drinking tea with my pinky up. And a t-shirt that says "one more time" on it. No, it doesn't say that. It should.
It says, "Watch me."
Yeah. Mind the gap. I gotta teach you that. I don't know what that means. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
There's this lady that says, "Mind the gap" when the door's shut.
Oh, so basically get out of it.
Yeah.
Smitty and Tammy.
And this is from all of us.
Oh. My goodness, thank you so much. Man, thank you so much. You were too kind to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This was fun. Susan, on behalf of myself and my wife, you guys have a seat. On behalf of my wife and myself, thank you so much for doing that. You didn't have to do that. I'm just so blown away. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Can I get that? I failed to do one thing today, actually 4 things I forgot to do when we were doing this earlier. I wanted to do this, I'm going to do it now before everybody leaves. I would like for Charles C. and Ron and Tara and Holly to come up here on the stage for me. Y'all come up here. Get up, come up here. Right there's good. On behalf of the band and myself, thank you for sharing what God gave you with us tonight. Thank you for sharing your love for music and making this a great concert for us. I cannot thank you enough. Can we give our soloists? I would like to say one other thing that we're going to be dismissed. I'd like to make a special thank you to Bill King and the Exchange Club from Rome for the beautiful setup of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Just curious, how many of you have ever been to Arlington? Raise your hand. Just curious, how many of you haven't? Have not. You're not in trouble if you haven't. Raise your hand. I hope that you can take a moment to look at it. It's not just something neat to look at. I do realize that, right? You're getting to look at something that represents people's sacrifice for us being able to come to a concert on a Tuesday night in May. The freedom we enjoy, the liberty we enjoy, came from the sacrifice of others. So if you would, please go by and see that, enjoy it. And thank you so much for being here. Dr. Uden, thank you so much for announcing the concert time. Let's give Dr. Uden a hand. I will, at the risk of sounding maudlin, I will tell you, Mike, as I know him, is compassionate toward our kids in Whitfield County. He wants great things for our county. When I asked him to do this, he didn't hesitate. He was trying to make room to be a part of what we're doing. And Mike, it meant a lot to me. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. Be safe going home. And God bless you. Take care.